Diabetics, be aware. Did you know that some vitamins can worsen your diabetes symptoms?
What are you talking about?
Discover the truth about the most dangerous vitamins for diabetics and empower yourself with the knowledge to protect your well being. The first one we are going to talk about is biotin, often called the beauty vitamin, because people believe it's great for your hair, skin, and nails. But here's the catch, especially for those with diabetes. Research published in a science journal called the Annals of Clinical Biochemistry discovered that taking too much biotin could mess up certain lab tests. These tests are important for diabetics, and one of them is called hemoglobin A1C. Now, you might be wondering, what's the big deal? Well, if you have too much biotin in your system, it can make these lab results look lower than they are. And for people with diabetes, knowing their accurate hemoglobin A1C level is crucial for managing their condition. So, while biotin can make your hair look amazing, it's important to note that it could affect the results of important medical tests. Always be mindful of how supplements might impact your overall health.
Okay.
Folic acid, a super important B vitamin that helps our cells divide and forms DNA, which is like our body's instruction manual. But here's something interesting. A study from the Journal of the American Medical Association suggests that taking too much folic acid through supplements might raise the risk of getting cancer. This is particularly important for people with diabetes because they already have a higher chance of getting certain types of cancers. So, if you're thinking of taking folic acid supplements, it's crucial to be careful. Sometimes, too much of a good thing might not be good after all. Always be mindful of how the things you put into your body can affect your health, especially if you have diabetes. Vitamin K. This vitamin is super important because it helps our blood to clot. But here's something to keep in mind, especially if you have diabetes. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition discovered that vitamin K might interfere with some diabetes medications. This interference could lead to low blood sugar or hypoglycemia. For people with diabetes, it's really important to be aware of this interaction, especially if they are taking medications to manage their condition. Imagine if your body is like a well organized team. Sometimes certain players, like vitamin K, might not work well with others, like diabetes medications. So, always check with your doctor to make sure everything is working smoothly and keeping you healthy. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin because our bodies can make it when we're in the sun. It's super important for keeping our bones strong and helping our immune system. But here's something surprising. Having too much vitamin D, especially from supplements, can cause a condition called hypercalcemia.
Oh my god!
This means there's too much calcium in the blood, and that's not a good thing. This excess calcium can cause problems with the kidneys. For people with diabetes who might already be at risk for kidney issues, this is a real concern. It's like having a good thing, vitamin D, but too much of it can lead to not so good things happening inside your body. Brace yourself as we unravel how this vital nutrient, a powerhouse for nerve function and red blood cell production, has a surprise connection to a common diabetes medication, vitamin C. It's a pretty important vitamin because it helps with a lot of things in our bodies, like giving our immune system a boost. But here's something to keep in mind, especially if you have diabetes. Some studies, like one from the Diabetes Care Journal, say that taking too much vitamin C through supplements might cause some issues, especially with diabetes medications. These are the medicines that help measure glucose in the urine. So, while vitamin C is fantastic for your health, it's important to be careful not to overdo it, especially with supplements. Vitamin B6 is important for keeping our brains healthy and helping make something called neurotransmitters, which are like messengers in our bodies. But here's something to be careful about, especially if you have diabetes. Having too much vitamin B6, especially from supplements, can lead to damage to our nerves. This is a bit worrying for people with diabetes because they are already at risk for something called neuropathy, which is a type of nerve damage often linked with the disease. It's like having a tool, vitamin B6, that's great for certain jobs, but if you use too much of it, it might cause problems. For vitamin E, people often think it's great because it has antioxidant powers, which means it helps fight off harmful stuff in our bodies. But here's a twist. According to studies, like one from the New England Journal of Medicine, taking a lot of vitamin E might not be the best idea for everyone. In fact, it could increase the risk of heart failure, especially for those who already have conditions like diabetes. Here's something surprising about vitamin A. This vitamin is super important for helping us see well and keeping our immune system strong.
All right, put your hands in the air.
But here's the catch. If you have too much vitamin A, especially from supplements, it might make your bones weaker.
Ah! Ah!
A study from the Journal of the American Medical Association found a possible connection between taking too much vitamin A and having lower bone density. Now, why is this a big deal, especially for people with diabetes? Well, diabetes can already have an impact on bone health, and having weaker bones is a concern. Vitamin B12. And here's a surprise. While it's really important for keeping our nerves working well and making red blood cells, there's a twist for those with diabetes. A study from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism discovered that using a common diabetes medication called metformin for a long time might lower the levels of vitamin B12 in the body. So here's the deal. While people with diabetes need to make sure they're getting enough vitamin B12, they also need to be careful not to take too much of it. Too many supplements can lead to other problems, like nerve damage. If you're taking metformin or thinking about vitamin B12 supplements, it's crucial to chat with your doctor to find the perfect balance for your health. In conclusion, while vitamins like vitamin E, vitamin A, and vitamin B12 offer essential benefits, it's clear that caution is necessary. The key takeaway is the importance of consulting with healthcare professionals before adding supplements to your routine. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more insightful content, and share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and as always, we wish you the best in your diabetes recovery.